And there is 5'6" Boston Scott. 6th round draft choice. The rookie for the Saints out of Louisiana Tech, as he is the single to bring back the kick. A pretty incredible story out of Zachary High School. Scott will take it at about the 2. Over to the right side, spun around, dropped before he can get back to the 20. We are underway. Back deep, Boston Scott about 8 yards into the end zone, wants to bring it out. Trying to make the squad, he'll take it across the 20. Out to about the 21-yard line. Flexor, pointer.
Yep, and I don't have my medical degree, so I'm not sure I...
But there's goes Boston Scott. Boston Scott breaks it out to the 40 with a flag at the end of the play. Boston Scott, this is his first time ever participating in any kind of NFL game. He's never been to a pro football game in his life.
Let me tell you who the holding was not on. I mean, it was 45. If we get a replay of this, Garrett Griffin is right in the middle of your picture right here. Look what Boston Scott sees.
Boston Scott the single. Need a yard on 3rd down. A little guy from the left side. He's got the first down. Can he get to the goal line? Pushed out of bounds just short. He is fast.
These two young guys, they're showing that they want some bites at the apple as well. Boston Scott, he doesn't care. He's not. Don't worry about my statistics on your flip card as to what my size is. Hand me the rock and try to let me get to the end zone. I'll show you what I can do on a football field. He proves that he doesn't mind sticking his nose down and getting dirty.
Onto this roster for Boston Scott is this job right here.
So up 14. Dawson. And on the run from the goal line. Boston Scott looking for a lane. Breaks the tackle at the 20. Takes it across the 27. And they'll give him the 28-yard line. It'll be Boston Scott trying to find Simone. He's got it a yard. Takes it to the 1-yard line. A little lane over to the left side. He's got good field position for the Saints' final drive of the half. They'll have it out about the 30. Back deep, it'll be Boston Scott. He just hit the 53-yarder. This will be taken by Scott at the goal line. Designed left. A little bit of a lane. He's got the alley and a good return. Solid field position. Last time the Saints had it was at their own 9, back their 1. Now Scott angling and spinning. After starting up to the left side, gets 4. Jonah is their 11th. Man, nice alley over the right side. Big run. Boston Scott's got a first down.
And who did they run behind?
Man, Rick Leonard. And it's good to see the seconds and thirds offensively starting to move the football.
Well, the run game has been one of the few highlights so far in offense, but Savage has made a couple nice throws, and Boston Scott able to find the lane.
On the 20. Set up a screen. Scott spins and held on to the football despite that jolt, that shock that he took on the head from Dora. Scott takes over in the backfield. Boston not running himself out of the way. And be your own blocker.
How about that?
Right, yards after contact.
Well, first he makes an unblocked defender miss in the backfield, and then look at this. Doesn't mind lowering his shoulder. Of course, you know, these days, luckily it was the shoulder that he lowered, right?
You're sick of hitting your own. They barely get it away. It'll be Boston Scott at the 18. And the return across the 30. Give him about 13, 14 yards on the return.
The 7 with Taysom Hill now in for the Saints. On a handoff, the give is to Boston Scott. 6-yard pickup.
Alternating series as a right guard. Taysom Hill fakes a handoff, right now, drops underneath. Back, has some time. Out to the left, that's Boston Scott. Spins out of a tackler. Spins out of another tackler. It's the second week in a row of the double spin. 1st and 10, Taysom Hill under center. Boston Scott still the tailback. Handoff inside to Scott. He finds a crease, and he's up for a pickup of about 8 yards to the 25. Taysom Hill under center, hands off. That's Boston Scott. Makes the first man miss, cuts up underneath him. He's going to be taken down by Channing Scribbling. Pickup of 3 on the play.
Players from, and you got to leave no doubt.
Nice cutback. First down across the 30 out of the 32-yard line. Boston Scott, the draft choice of the Saints. And an interesting proposition to say the least, because he can be versatile enough to do a number of things for you.
Yeah, you've got to have a guy here who can help you in different phases of the football game. We just saw him return a kick. I think that he and Brandon Tate are in that conversation for that job. And Scott has shown the ability to be a good ball carrier in these last 2 weeks as well.
The first guy in behind Kamara.
Now run pass option. Good option. Scott, who got smacked across the face mask, going through the line, takes it for a first down and a gain of 7 to the 36.
A great burst. It looked like he did get a face mask and just played through it. But you like the acceleration from him. Right behind Laribas. Good combo block in the middle.
Into the Rams' 8-yard line. Taysom Hill hands off inside. Boston Scott breaks a tackle. And he rolls down to just inside the 5-yard line. A pickup of about 3 yards will bring up a second down and goal from the 5.
That's a hard block on the backside when you talk about the tackle that has to make, and Boston Scott did a really nice job.
Right side, bounce it out. He will. He's in. Touchdown, Saints. They had the bunch over to the right side, and they just washed out that side.
Well, I think Scott's got a little room for improvement with that celebration. Maybe that's just an appetizer of what's to come, but he bounces it outside. You have Bunch at the end of the line there on the right. It looks like it starts off inside. Safety plays inside. Scott sees it, is able to bounce it. And then you see the little shake. Okay.
Healthy body. Here comes the blitz again. Hill's in trouble. And look at Boston Scott. Breaks the first one. Good job to get about 3 or 4 extra yards out of it after the contact.
Well, so here's what you got. Taysom Hill on the last screen wasn't able to see the play clearly and almost made a questionable decision. Now he's waiting. Boston Scott creates a positive gain out of a play that was otherwise busted.
It'll be Boston Scott making a miss. What a move in the backfield. That little jump cut, trying to catch him.
Shifty, unblocked defender on the edge of the line. He's able to make him miss. Get a first down out of the deal. And that was a one-man play right there because nobody blocks that safety at the end of the line.
Well, first you got to find him. That's the hardest part.
Shifty.
Yes, and then he's like trying to tackle a fire hydrant.
He's 5'6", so he's not going to make the comparison to a guy who was here for a long time that was 5'6". Better run. He waited for the hold open, didn't run himself out of the play. Boston Scott on the toss sweep. And Boston Scott's into the secondary and a first and goal. Inside the 10. He has not hurt his chances tonight at all.
Barrett under center. Rams show pressure. They come. Pitch out to the right. Boston Scott has some space. Almost breaks the last tackle. But a nice pickup, 13 yards all the way down to the Rams' 40-yard line. Stephen Parker is the one that takes him down. A pickup of 13 yards there for Boston Scott.